Hello, everybody. Welcome to a very late and coming contentious top 10. I'll say top 10 contentiousness. It's been a little while since we've done these. They've really been on hiatus, like we've already said, because of the time frame. We just really don't have the time to be able to go see a movie, still do contentious top 10s. Because usually when we were doing them was on Mondays and all that when I was off, or Saturdays and stuff like that. And now I work on Saturdays, Megan works on Mondays, so...
Yeah, Monday nights.
Yeah, we just usually don't have the time to be able to do it, usually, so we have to do them when we can, and it's hard to do that, and also our regular Sunday Fundays. But we're not going to have to worry about Sunday Fundays till probably not next week or the week after. I've already done the end of the year and told you, I was like, yeah, we have like nothing to look forward to in January.
Shit coming out next month.
Yeah, so really it's going to be a play it by ear. There's going to be a Sunday Funday when they can. So we're going to talk about the worst movies we've seen this year, because we want to end the year on actually a positive. Well, we're going to close out 2017 in our eyes on a positive note and do our best of next week. And I should have this up before then. Hopefully. I'm kind of weird about putting up videos lately. But preface this, and this is also going to go for our best of list. We haven't seen everything. I know there's some things people are concerned it's really terrible. And like, we didn't see 50 Shades Darker. I didn't care, even though we're going to probably see 50 Shades
be so
freed. We'll watch it. I might just buy them. I have to give money to that thing. Yeah, we haven't seen those. We haven't seen Bright, even though we know it's on Netflix and we just watch it, but we've just been busy.
Ain't got time.
Yeah, if we did this full time, we probably could do it, no problem, but we don't.
Yeah, usually when we do have time, we try and watch Luke Cage.
Yeah, we're trying to get through the Marvel series and all that.
Yeah.
So, and all of that, but also remember, our tastes are our own. They're very much in our own mouth, so we're kind of weird and everything. So, who should lead us off? Do you think it should be you, or do you think it should be moi? Alrighty. As always, with our contentious top 10s, one honorable mention per person. And my honorable mention is the movie that might be on some people's worst of, might be on some people's actually best of. It just makes it simply because it's so... I really hope that was a fireworks and not somebody just fired off a gun, because I was really close otherwise. Yeah, y'all might start hearing fireworks and everything, because of course we're recording this on New Year's.
I would say at the time of this filming, it is New Year's Eve.
And it's like 9:50 right now.
That's like close to a minute. Not close enough to be shooting off fireworks. But
yeah, either way. My honorable mention for my worst of list, Justice League. Is that your worst of, or your honorable mention?
No.
I admit that it's...
terrible.
It's really bad. But unlike Man of Steel, Suicide Squad, fucking Batman vs. Superman...
Spider-Man versus Captain Hypocrite.
Yeah, it's more of just... It's just a bad movie. It's not the worst pile of garbage you've ever seen. It's just got bad acting, a poorly paced story, really shitty CGI that's insufferably inconsistent, and just not the... It's not got the worst writing, it's just got very bland writing. Like, people complain about some of Marvel's writing, how it's very cliched or anything. You couldn't make this shit more cliche in Justice League if you tried. And I know I'm burying this movie harder than I did whenever we first did our review.
Yeah.
But really the biggest sin, and also what only makes an honorable mention on my list, is it's just a dull flick. It's not hate-inducing. Maybe because we're conditioned to already hate these films because of the fact they've kind of all sucked ass, with the exception of Wonder Woman, which was a good, not great film in my eyes. It's just... I guess I'm out of hate to give these films as much anymore. I still don't like them. It's just...
They're trying to brighten him up. You gotta give him that.
Yeah, I will say that much. Like, I actually liked the new Superman. So, some people, how dare they brighten it up? I liked it brighter. At least he fucking made me think of Superman. I also didn't mind Henry Cavill's more cavalier attitude. That was more Superman. That made me think, okay, this is what a Superman could be if he was written better. And also, I'm not going to bitch and moan about the CGI mustache too much because, they digitally removed it. You can kind of tell because his lip looked a little funny. But I'm not going to bitch about it, but you can kind of tell.
I said he was barely in the movie.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's barely there. I didn't care for, like I said, the writing. At least in the Avengers film, every Avenger shown throughout the entire movie. Hulk, Thor, Black Widow, Hawkeye, Captain America, Iron Man. All 6 Avengers shone bright in it. Hell, in Civil War, it was a Captain America movie where he shone brightest. But there were everybody else. They all felt in character. They felt well written, and they did what they really need to do when they need to kick ass. In this, it felt like Superman was Jesus Christ, and he had to save them all from this big evil thing.
Wonder Woman needed help, apparently.
Yeah, which...
It's like, that's nice. Woman can't handle it on her own.
Oh, no, worse yet.
Or that the team can't handle it by themselves. Superman's gonna come in and it's like, okay, I'll save you again.
Yeah, okay. Let me just do this, yeah. Well, the worst thing is, like, I've talked with one of my friends about this, because she's a huge comic book geek, just like me. Wonder Woman is, if not as strong as Superman, almost as strong as Superman.
Yeah. And she was holding her own against Doomsday in Batman vs. Superman.
Yeah, and pretty much the only way they were able to kill him was through Deus Ex Machina, in all essence.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, so now all of a sudden she can't hold her own against Steppenwolf, who Superman just walks through? Are you fucking serious? It's like, after we already had a really good Wonder Woman movie that shown some promise, though that had its problems, still.
Yeah, it showed how badass she is.
Yeah.
How she can be.
Instead, now we got, ooh, save us, Superman. Oh, God. It's pretty much the Superman show starring the Justice League. Is all it was in terms of story-wise.
I mean, I'm glad they're trying to improve Superman. Go back to how he actually is.
Yeah.
Trying to erase Zack Snyder's little take on it.
Also, it doesn't help. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, it's like, but still, it's like, okay, you're including all these other characters. You gotta actually include them.
Yeah.
Both in the fight and in the movie itself. Character development.
Yeah.
All I'm asking for.
Making me have an idea of what we can do about something. In fact, we might do a little special, like, Rantings and Ravens, because we really haven't done those in a while.
If we get the time.
Yeah, we just need to get time. But yeah, I still also don't understand why it's like, oh, we're going to allude to the fact that Superman's going to come back alive at the end of Batman v Superman, and then, oh, no, actually, it had nothing to do with that. He had to get brought back by this thing. It's like, okay, so you made the ending of that movie even more stupid and pointless than it was.
And why the hell isn't that spaceship cleaned up already?
Yeah. Like, who's sitting there talking about, why the fuck is that ship still there? Every bad thing that keeps happening in these movies is because of that thing. Move it. Can we move it from the middle of Metropolis?
Like, protests, petitions, something. People saying, like, okay, can we get this shit removed already?
Yeah, it's like, does it weigh 1,000,000 tons? Why the fuck is it still sitting in the middle of Metropolis?
It's like, nothing good comes of this.
Yeah.
It's like, the evil Kryptonians came out of it. Doomsday came out of it. Spoiler alert for people who haven't seen Batman vs. Superman. Sorry. It's like,
or if you haven't seen Justice League, Superman comes out of it. He's pissed off for reasons I still don't understand.
I had to figure, it's like, well, you shouldn't have brought me back because, I was dead and that's a natural order of things or something, but it's like, fucking say that then.
Nah, you'd rather just, we gotta have a badass scene. It's not really that badass. The only, badass part is whenever the Flash is trying to run at him and Superman actually kind of starts tracking him. It's like, alright, that's kind of cool. I actually like that shot.
And it's like,
I'm pretty sure that was actually a Zack Snyder shot, and that's something Zack Snyder can do. And I was like, okay, that's kind of, ooh. When Superman can actually look really intimidative. Yeah, Justice League my honorable mention simply because it's bad, but it's a forgettable amount of bad. At least in my eyes. So what's your honorable mention?
My honorable mention, probably gonna roll your eyes at this. Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle.
That was easily one of the most movies we had all year.
Yeah, as you were just pointing out to me, kind of this year's Miss Peregrine.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's just
not great. There's like, there are better ways to waste your time, but there are worse ways to either do whatever.
Yeah, throughout this year, it's easily the most movie of the whole bunch.
Yeah.
There are some decent parts, but there's a lot of forgettable shit you can think throughout the entire movie.
Yeah, and I will say there are some movies on my list, on my worst of list, that just they're kind of meh. It's just, I needed stuff for the worst of it. It was surprisingly a really good year for movies.
Close in your eyes.
Knock on wood.
I'll say 2018.
It's like, oh my god, please be as good or even better.
Well, see, 2018 has some highlights I'm looking forward to, but then there's also
50 Shades.
50 Shades 3. Here's the thing, though. We're done. That's it.
No more.
Because I don't think they're going to be stupid enough to do the fucking gray and darker or anything like that.
Remember doing it from his perspective. It's like, you're pretty much just remaking the goddamn movie.
Yeah, because the movies in a way, already have most of that, so there's not even a need for it.
Yeah, just getting a fresh perspective.
Yeah. So we're going to be, at least that's the thing, it's going to be the end of it. But then we also have fucking second Fantastic Beast movie. Well, I'm not looking forward to that. Hell, Megan's not
I'll
looking
say
forward
I'm a
to
Harry
it.
Potter fan, and even I'm not looking forward to that. Like, ugh, I didn't like the first Fantastic Beasts. Like, it didn't really need to be made.
Yeah. Like,
and you
really,
don't do anything with it.
You know what would be more interesting if they actually would just make a new Hogwarts series. Like, make something... It doesn't even have to be about Harry's child. It could be about anybody else. And we'll explore more of Hogwarts and stuff like that. Keep going more...
Yeah, like about the history. Like, I would totally watch a movie about the founders of Hogwarts.
No, we're going to watch a movie about Dumbledore and in Grindelwald. Pretty much this is a prequel to Fantastic Beasts. I don't fucking get it anymore. Warner Bros. Confuses the shit out of me. We've actually talked about Fantastic Beasts more than we've talked about Jumanji.
Yeah. Yeah, Jumanji's like one of those, like, eh. Yeah, one of the movies, like, it was alright. Wasn't bad, wasn't great. Just, I need something on my list. And it was like the least of the meh, or least worst of the meh movies.
Words are hard.
Mm-hmm. So bad.
So, any more you want to say about Jumanji?
Well, I thought The Rock was funny. Kevin Hart, for the most part, I think was funny. Jack Black wasn't bad.
Yeah, I think he actually was probably one of the highlights of the film, him and The Rock.
I know you got annoyed with Kevin Hart, the constant screaming.
Yeah.
I thought it fit for the most part. Him, like, just being front, like, really?
I can only put up with screaming for so long. I get Chris Tucker flashbacks.
Really, I get more Will Ferrell flashbacks. But thankfully, it's like, I was like, Will Ferrell, he's got to calm down a little bit. Like, when I've seen trailers of Daddy's Home 2. It's like, he didn't do any screaming, as far as I know.
Really, he hasn't really been much of a screamer for a while.
Yeah.
It makes it sound like we're fucking Will Ferrell in the ass.
Yeah, I just mostly remember, like, Zoolander and commercials for Elf, like, him just screaming. It's like, shut it.
Shut it. Mm-hmm. That's like in Talladega Nights, the trailers made a big deal about him screaming and everything. There's actually a lot more subtle humor that he does that's fucking hilarious. And I love Talladega Nights. Mm-hmm. It is one of the best movies I've actually ever seen. I watched it in theater. I thought it was going to be stupid soon. Start jokes, I'm like, don't you be funny, movie. And I was
like, don't you make me laugh.
By the end of the movie, I was just bawling the whole time, just laughing my ass off. It was so hilarious. Yeah, Jumanji's still... It's not even on my list, just to let y'all know.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler. So, do you want me to move on to mine? Or any more you want to say about Jumanji?
No, just, it was alright. Alright.
My number 10's gonna piss everybody off. Get Out. I fucking hated Get Out so much. There are obvious signs that is it Jordan Peele that did this, or was it
It's either...
Was it Jordan Peele that did it?
It's either Keegan-Michael Key or...
It was Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele. I couldn't remember if it was Peele or Key.
You can tell that he does have a good director's eye. He can set up some great scenes. He knows how to keep the camera steady and not, too fucking shaky, which is a problem that a lot of directors need to learn to get out of. There are some obviously good bits. But oh my fucking god. Not only did it help the actual scumbag of a human being I actually ended up going to see this movie with. You know who.
Yep.
But this movie was fucking boring. It tried to have symbolism that is so obvious, so fucking forced, and you can see it coming a mile away, that the dumbest person can get it. And I think that's the reason why so many people try to love it. Well, there's so much symbolism. And it's like, yeah, there's symbolism. But if you are somebody who watches just one iota of movie, you can get the symbolism. And not only that, but you realize if you are like me, who is a big proponent of symbolism that's much more subtle and very, nuanced, that it can be multiple symbolisms, one symbol can be multiple different things.
There's a word for that. Yeah,
this movie fails in that fact because it's so fucking plain, and that's where nobody seems to fucking get my anger with it. I also don't care for the social commentary because I've seen other movies like this that have had better social commentary. This thing fails at its social commentary. I don't feel like it's funny enough to be a dark comedy horror film, and it's not scary enough to really even be a horror film. And not only that, but if I have to hear that fucking guy, I think his name, it's not T-Rex, what is his fucking name? The guy who, no, it's a guy, he's from, he does other things, I can't remember. He's his buddy in this movie, and he's a flight attendant dude, or TSA agent. And oh my god, all the jokes are what you would expect. And I guess it makes it funny because he says motherfucker a few times in it. And it's not even a good placement of motherfucker. If you want to see
you're not
good...
Samuel L. Jackson.
No, if you want to see good motherfucker jokes and all that, watch Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac does fantastic motherfucker jokes. Like, he does a whole bit talking about the word motherfucker. And it's hilarious. This guy doesn't know what this is. He wouldn't be able to hold Bernie Mac's cum after Bernie Mac just fucked 13 sluts. Men or women, he can do whichever one he
talking about dead dude.
Yeah, exactly. Just, oh my god, this movie was so bad in so many ways. And I just don't get the constant blowing of this movie. It's like, did we watch the same film? And I tried to watch it again, because I think it came on one of the movie channels a while back. And I'm like, no, I can't sit through this because it's fucking boring still. Like, the first hour and a half of a nearly 2-hour long film are fucking nothing happens. Oh, they're leading up to stuff. They're leading up to stuff 5 minutes before that hour and a half mark ticks over. That's about the most lead up there is. And on top of that, it's like, this is the most clueless person I've ever seen. Oh, I can't get the fact that all these white people are actually acting really weird. Ah. It's like the guy could be a good actor and everything, but dear God, are they giving him terrible material throughout this film. And that's the other thing, the writing sucks. The writing is almost Justice League levels of incompetence. And that's saying a lot. The bad thing is the Oscars and Golden Globes are trying to blow this movie. No.
And what you tell me, it's racist all around.
Yeah, it's racist against white people. It's racist against black people as well. It's like black people are stupid, so that's why I need white people brains in it. It's like, thanks.
Not only stupid, just not as smart as...
No, they're straight stupid. That's why they need white people brains in it. That's how the movie pretty much acts.
Well, not the way you may seem, but whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
it is that way.
Just more, they're athletically inclined is...
Yeah, they're athletically inclined and they're stupid, so they need white people brains in it.
We're smart and we're rich and
exactly. That's the reason why black people can't have their brains.
But we're not athletically inclined like black people's like... It's like, wow, you just pissing off everybody, dude.
Yeah, not only that, but you could go from being a world sprinter to, becoming a neurosurgeon. Did you know that? It's a fucking plot line. Yeah. That's how all this shit pretty much starts. I shit you not. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Movie confused you ever the fuck out of me in the worst ways.
It confused the hell out of me and I haven't even seen it.
Yeah, fuck it out. I'd rather shit on my own face instead.
Curious to watch it just to see how bad it is.
It's
then I was
bad.
like, well, it's like what you told me is like, no thanks, I'm good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as bad as it is, like I can see enough of the good. I'm like, okay, maybe if we take away the writing from Jordan Peele and we'll let somebody else who has a little bit of competency behind writing, let them write for him. Maybe there might be a good movie he can make. Maybe.
Yeah, so like people trying to call that a comedy. Call Get Out a comedy.
Well, I laughed at parts I probably shouldn't have been. To be fair, I did that during It too.
Yeah, like
I was laughing hard during It.
it's not scary at all.
Or that kid face first in that damn thing. That was the best noise. Clunk! Clunk, clunk, clunk. Smash your Beatles. Yeah. It's like, Oh. Now that I've railed more and all about Get Out, what about your number 10?
Number 10, and again, this is a meh movie. Lego Ninjago movie.
Yeah, it looks like you had Lego. The Lego Ninjago. I will say this much about Lego Ninjago before you go on. And I will admit, it was when I first watched it, I think I gave it a 6 or something like that. It is a better movie if you know anything about that Lego Ninjago show. And this is actually based on it. I learned this thanks to the scumbag of a human being I used to know that I went to go see Get Out with. Because her kid was actually watching. I kind of watched it a little bit. I'm like, this makes that movie make a lot more sense in my head now. And the movie's not as... It's still got its problems, but I think it's better if you got the show. But proceed, please.
Yeah, I will just say, it's like, I like Jackie Chan in it. I remember laughing at a lot of the jokes. Like, the Welcome to the Jungle. It's fluting.
Yeah.
I was like, as they're like heading into the jungle, it's like, oh my god. But the thing is, I don't remember a whole lot of that. I don't remember a lot of the jokes. It's like, it was like, it wasn't quite as memorable, and definitely not as memorable as Jumanji. But then again, we just saw that like a week or two ago. So
yeah, we saw it.
It's like it's fresher in my more fresh
in
my brain.
Yeah. Well, Lego Ninjago we saw in August, we'll say. Yeah.
Something like that.
So.
Back when it was freaking shorts weather, probably.
Yeah. But, yeah, it's a alright movie. Like, it's one of those I might eventually buy on Blu-ray when it's like $5. So I'm like, why not?
That's in the Blu-ray bin up at Best Buy.
Yeah, man.
And why not?
Yeah, I got a little spare cash to throw around. Like, yeah, it's a hard...
Big spender.
It's a hard movie where you just kind of get a lot of... Like, the best I think we could come out in terms of anger against it is just...
Me.
Yeah, we can give a nice shoulder shrug. That's about it.
And again, I need stuff on my list.
Oh, my list is full of bullshit. My list is full of anger. Obviously.
I get angrier as we go down the list, but,
Oh, me too.
or go up the list, or however the hell you want to put that.
So,
But, yeah, that's all I have to say about that. So,
that's
what's
all
your
I
number
gotta
nine?
say about that.
Yeah.
My. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
What the?
Amber Alert.
Oh.
Let
Quit,
me
quit.
mute my phone now because an Amber Alert just went through.
It's like, quit stealing people's kids.
Our kids quit running away.
Mm-hmm.
My number 9, I saw on an airplane. That probably didn't do me any good. But holy shit, The House was one of the worst comedies that has come out this year. That is a Will Ferrell movie. He doesn't scream too much, but wow, is it magically not funny? Like, you don't care about any of the situation. And not only that, but it all seems to revolve around a bunch of people who are just assholes and being stupid for no good fucking reason. And, ugh. Like, everybody knows the joke that he tells. He said, this says we have $401,000. See, there's enough money. Now, it says you have a 401k. And then it's like, oh my god. That's a joke you have to put in the trailers because this movie is fucking horrible. If you want to know, it's about Will Ferrell and Amy Poehler.
I think so.
Yeah, I think it's Amy Poehler.
But I haven't seen it.
They have a daughter. She wants to go to college. She wants to go to Berkeley, I think. And turns out that they were banking on this one thing. This one scholarship by the town. Town doesn't grant it because they want to do her thing. Turns out this guy's actually crooked and blah 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 blah. They open up a casino inside their house. Somehow, with like 7 or 8 people, they're able to raise nearly like $1 million over the course of a month. And it's like, the fucking, where is this town? Is this in the middle of Beverly Hills? And honestly, it's just the thing
We're
that
in
kills.
the wrong line of work.
The movie just fails because it's not interesting. It's not funny. It's nothing. Like, I finished watching it, I was like, God, this movie sucks. Maybe again, I'm on a plane. Maybe that's not helping, but still, it's like I was in the mood to laugh, and wow, it didn't make me do any of that. So, unfortunately, Megan didn't see it. But hey, consider yourself lucky.
I didn't go out to California with you.
Yeah. Well, you probably wouldn't watch it with me. I watched it because we could have selected movies. I'm like, that came out this year. I'll watch that. See if that's any funny. Oh my god. Oh, what's your number 9?
Power Rangers.
How is Power Rangers worse than Jumanji?
I was disappointed.
Disappointed, but still was a
I didn't
better
really have
movie than
I
Jumanji.
didn't have high hopes for Jumanji. It surprised me that it wasn't that bad. But Power Rangers, it's like, trying to destroy my childhood.
How did they destroy your child? I mean, my biggest issue with Power Rangers is just that I thought there was a little too much character development. It wasn't an issue of like they did anything that felt.
It was unnecessary, I think. I mean, I like some of the ideas. I will say that as much.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Zordon being an original Ranger. It's like, okay, that makes sense. Or even the whole thing about Rita. Should I even spoil
Yeah, I'll
it?
go ahead and say Rita. She actually has the.
The reason why she has the Green Ranger coin in the show is.
This has nothing to do with the show, so.
It's what it's based on.
No, it's not. Because if you follow the show, Zordon found the powers. And found the morphing grid. And built upon it and everything. Just to let you know, if you're going to follow the mythos of, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Well, I'm not saying there's staying faithful to every single detail. I'm just saying they're...
It's not based on the show. It just happens to have a similar name, really.
And similar named characters.
Yeah, but again, it's more of a faithful adaptation than anything. Because, like, I've actually grown on Power Rangers more from my review. I was disappointed because I thought it was a little bereft of action. That was my biggest problem, is that...
And very little time actually spent, like, overall in the suits.
Yeah, but I thought for what they did with the character development, it was fucking fantastic. I've not seen the children's, it's actually more meant for, I'd say, younger adults.
Like teens and
yeah, teenagers,
20s.
20s, even though we're in our 30s now. Well, barely.
I would say you're barely 30.
But, I think, it really hits those good notes for those kind of people, even for people who are 30 like that, because, it speaks to them in a lot of ways, and on top of that, it has great character moments. Like, I really genuinely cared about the characters throughout the entire film. I didn't hate any of these characters. I rather loved them all. I really loved Billy, and I was swearing he was going to get on my nerves, but no, he was fucking infectious as hell, and I loved him, and everything that happened bad to him, I felt sad. Yeah, like
I just remember I liked Billy. I don't remember if I liked the other characters. It's like...
Zach was awesome. I love Zach. He was so enjoyable, and he was a smart ass, but he was a caring son, and it was like, oh, Zach, come here, give me a hug. Because he loves his mom, who's sick, but he takes care of her and does all this other shit. It was awesome. Hell, even Jason, who I think was actually probably the least developed out of them all. Him and Kimberly, strangely enough. But I think they're going to build upon that. They're still enjoyable characters. You get Jason, he's kind of Emilio Estevez from, Breakfast Club. I think really this movie borrows a lot from other films, and also television shows, obviously. But what it does well, it does amazingly well. And its faults, I think, are more minor than anything. It's like, that's the reason why I would say it's a well above average movie.
Again, this is a meh movie that I'm like, I need to fill space.
I would argue it's better than Jumanji,
This is the last of the meh movies, though.
I would still argue it's much better than Jumanji. That's just the thing. Like, Jumanji, I'm kind of forgetting it now. Power Rangers is still on my head. I think I'm converting her.
Yeah, possibly. Maybe need to switch those. I don't know. The thing is, like, I just way too much time was spent on the characters and not
being Power Rangers.
Yeah, like them, like not enough time of them actually bonding, like them trying to bond, but
they bonded, and that's the thing that I think we might have missed a little bit. When you watch Power Rangers, we see a lot more bonding as Rangers in the suits and all that. Here, there were a lot more bonding outside the suits, which is a interesting little symbolism that Get Out could get onto, because it's actually a symbolism of them not just bonding as heroes, but bonding as people and as friends, and recognizing each other, seeing each other, getting to know and love each other. Yeah, I'm kind of selling you on this movie, aren't I?
Fuck symbolism. I want the Power Rangers.
They were the Power Rangers.
All I'm saying is, like, I want them in the suit sooner. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, y'all just, like, drawing this out.
Yeah, the movie is really bereft of action, which is an issue for a Power Rangers movie.
Like, it was just a disappointment.
Yeah, it was a disappointment. But
I mean, it wasn't bad. Like I said, there were some ideas that, it's like... And there's some moments that were kind of like, oh, you go guys, and there's some moments that were like,
There were not enough squee moments.
I wish they had done like we were hoping with the the
after credits sequence.
Yeah, the post credit sequence.
Yeah. Of
having Zed there. Mm-hmm. And telling Rita, okay, you've had your chance. Now it's my turn. It's like,
yeah.
Well, maybe in the next movie.
Instead, there's a sort of like a mentioning of Tommy, from, of course, Green Ranger.
It's like Tommy Oliver, and then like MTC with his green jacket. It's like, like okay, that's cool. I mean, it's like I'd rather kind of like tease Zed.
Yeah.
And then introduce Tommy in the next movie. But
It is what it is.
yeah.
See, I wish somebody will tell us. Was that Jason? David St. Was it Jason?
Austin St. John.
Austin St. John. Was that him with Kimberly and frickin' Tommy from the original Mighty Morphin? Because we swear to God, it looks just like him.
Yeah, it looks just like him, but no mention of him in the credits, even like in the uncredited sections, like, or not.
Yeah, uncredited.
I just mean like on IMDb
and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like in the uncredited stuff. It's like.
Sorry, I'm kind of dominating your Power Rangers thing. Can't help it. I feel kind of like I kind of feel.
You're
bad.
more passionate about it than I am. That's cool. It's like that's why I gave it to you. So I don't own it, and you do.
I really like that movie more. I've kind of like thought about. I'm like, okay, I actually kind of like this a lot.
Well, maybe we'll rewatch it soon.
Yeah.
Ah, fucking words. Please. While you go on to number 8.
My number 8. Oh, I think everybody will agree with me, though I have my own different reasons. You're welcome. The Death Note movie that Netflix put out this year. You had such a great idea by Ryuki, is I think how they pronounce it. I swear it's pronounced Ryuki. I'm not going to argue that Shinmigami. There we go. I was trying to pronounce it with a B and it has an M. The Death God from the original series. You have fucking what's his name from Spider-Man? The Green Goblin. What's his name?
Are you talking about the
guy who played Green Goblin in the first Spider-Man movie?
Oh, Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, Willem Dafoe. He does such an awesome idea of what you would think, and not only that, but they have it constantly shadows, and he's a snickering, snide demon. It's like, ooh, that's exactly how Ryuk could be. And honestly, I love the guy who played L, even though some people, L's not a black guy. Who fucking cares? L can be whatever race L wants to be. But not only that, but at best, my biggest issue was sometimes he got a little too emotional when L's a lot more detached. My biggest issue is just the movie's not very good. It's just very poorly paced. You have a girlfriend who I like that they changed that she wasn't, this fawning over Light because, Light's so hot and he does stuff. Instead, she's kind of a psychopath. But there's not a good prelude into that psychopathness. She's just insane. And Light is kind of just the worst thing ever because Light is this whiny, unbearable teenager. And the guy does a fantastic job, but it's not the character that we want, who is Light's... Igabi is, I think, his name. Something like that. He's Light in the Death Note series, or mangas. He's actually, this very well-versed, well-read, I'm staring at you and you're staring at your book.
Why are you staring at me?
I was talking to you about this, because they know all about it, because they share my hatred. But, yeah, he's actually...
You think every single one of our viewers is a Death Note fan?
Yes, every single one. Hi. But, Light is also, he's, like I say, he's a well-versed, he's smart, cold, or not really cold, but, very calculating guy. Light in the Death Note Netflix thing, he's a bit of a whiny teenager. And he gets really, really, really fucking annoying. Do I?
Whiny little beach.
Yes. And it's like, wow, y'all didn't get what Light's character was. And like I said, the guy does good, and the movie looks good, just holy shit, did they not seem to get the source material? And that's the thing. And I'm not even one of those who think you need to stay 100% faithful to source material. Power Rangers is a perfect example. What they did with Hell, like when they originally were talking about, Michael B. Jordan's going to be Human Torch. All right, cool, but then we're going to make this white girl a sister. Wait, what?
It's like, eh?
Yeah, it was like a double take. It's like, at least make a sister black then. Because otherwise it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, they're supposed to be actual brother and sister, not adopted siblings. Like, not saying that that's, you know, the be-all, end-all of families, but it's like...
It kind of destroys the bond. There's not quite as strong of a, you know, brotherly, sisterly bond, you know, when they're just adopted.
Yeah. It's like when they've been there since, you know, the other was born.
Yeah, it makes a lot of things. And not only that, Michael B. Jordan can be a fantastic actor. Whenever he's not given, you know, Fruitville Station, which... not going to get into Fruitville Station. Yeah, Death Note just... It could have been something good, and instead it was something really fucking forgettable at its best moments. So, fuck Death Note. And as y'all can see, the anger's starting to get a little bit more within me. That thing flows through me. So I will let you have your anger and go to your number 8.
My number 8 is Valerian in the City of 1,000 Planets.
The technically first comic book movie you have on here. Might be your last, I don't know.
No, it's not.
You will be surprised, hon. That did not end up on my list. I have so much other bullshit I've seen this year that was a lot worse than that. So, how did this movie end up on your worst of?
It looks so pretty in the trailers and looks so good. It's like, okay, that looks interesting. And go see it, it's like, wow, this is terrible. And they dragged John Goodman into this, like, oh, such a waste. I will say, like, it was pretty.
Yeah, it does look pretty.
And they just, like, so many, like, little side quests. Like, I thought it was important to go rescue this one person. It's like, but, like, all these little side quests you gotta do.
It's pretty much Skyrim without the, you know, real good meat.
I said that the...
Yeah, because Skyrim has a ton of side quests, but if you actually play through the main story, it probably would take you maybe 10 hours, if that long, to play through the main story. And that's if you walk everywhere you need to go. Oh, but Skyrim's got a short story, and the main story's okay. Gets really weird at the end. I was at the end of Skyrim going, what the fuck is happening? Valerian just one was like, well, guess we gotta do the side quest before we can go do this stupid bullshit.
And also the two leads, like, made such a big deal about them being a thing. Like, they had no chemistry. I'm sorry, but they don't.
Well, it doesn't help that the Enchantress, I don't know the lady's name.
Cara Delevingne.
Holy shit, she cannot act. Go back to modeling. You're pretty. You need to eat about 14,000 pounds, or 14,000 calories for a little bit. Yeah, a bit skinny. Sorry, I gotta pick on people a little. But you cannot act. Sorry. That was a little gurgly there. Yeah, she just plain can't act to save her fucking life.
Like, the writer or writers or whatever didn't know what the hell they wanted to do with the lead, like the hero.
He was a hero?
Or, well, I mean, like, the lead guy in the movie.
Yeah, he constantly kept wandering around.
Yeah, Harry Osborn from Amazing Spider-Man. Yeah, you know that dude.
Yeah. He was also in Chronicle.
Oh, yeah, one, like, emo kind of dude.
He was the main guy.
Well, there are 4.
Dane DeHaan. Or DeHaan. Dane DeHaan.
Yeah, that's DeHaan.
He's Valerian.
Thanks, George.
You're welcome.
But, yeah, they couldn't decide what they wanted to do with him. Like, is he a player, or is he just, like, you know, madly in love with his partner and trying to get her to commit to him, and like, they couldn't decide what they want to do with the couple, especially with him, and just, it was just all over the fucking place. It was pretty, though. I will give it that much.
Should I tell you who wrote it?
But I know who directed it.
Same guy who wrote it.
Really?
Yeah, Luc Besson wrote it.
Are you losing your loving mind, Luke?
Did you watch Lucy? I don't know why that was so British. I don't know why I went British here. Did you watch Lucy? Did I break you? Making fun of myself? Megan. Oops. Sorry, y'all.
I don't know why that was so funny. That just was. Okay, so.
Yeah, Valerian sucked ass. Not on my list. It still sucks, though.
Yeah.
Just to me, it was more of a forgettable mess, but Justice League was more of a forgettable mess I had to put on there.
Like I said, like, it was so pretty. It was like all these different, like, aliens and alien cultures. Like, y'all could have done so much with that.
Yeah. Well, no, we had to go through 13,000 side quests. I had to go get Rihanna so that way she can pretend to be an actor again. Yeah, you didn't get to see her opening day, or first ever film she ever did was fucking Battleship. Which I still can't believe is actually a movie.
Yeah.
And somehow it's a 2-hour long movie, too. And it's boring, too.
Well, people were probably incredulous when they announced that Clue was going to be a movie. Way back when.
Yeah.
That was a funny movie. I was watching that the other night. It's like...
Battleship is, too. But not funny when it's supposed to be funny.
Oh, it's like unintentionally funny?
Yeah. When they fight, Transformer aliens. Oh, this is, yeah, the aliens look exactly like aliens from Transformers. And nobody says you sunk my battleship ever, which sucks. I'm like, have the line, just go with it.
Yeah, at least in Clue, they alluded to the different weapons and characters, and like, it's like, oh, I did with,
They
this
sunk
thing
our
and this.
carrier. They could have said something like that.
Yeah.
Our patrol boat sunk. That would have been like kind of, it's a nice little nod.
Yeah.
Sad though, it's just a boring, run-of-the-mill action movie. It's not very fucking good.
Yeah,
Same with Valeria.
Yeah, I should have done a little bit like a Beauty and the Beast. I was like, instead of him and Hobbs, like, just go for it, go big or go home.
Yeah.
One thing that's a lot about that movie.
Alright, so, will we move to my number 7, or more you want to say about Valerian?
No, that's it.
I'm probably mispronouncing that, because I feel like
Valerian.
I think it's Valerian, but it looks like Valerian to me. And some people pronounce it Valerian. I don't know.
I
don't fucking know, don't fucking care.
I don't think there's but one E in there.
There's an I. And
Wait.
I and an A, they're near each other, and because of that, their phonetics, they fuck with it. Megan hates phonetics to an nth degree.
It's Celtics, not Celtics.
Then what are the Boston-based basketball team?
They mispronounce it. I can't help their fuckheads.
Well, they are from Boston.
Which pissed off our Boston viewers.
My 7th film killed my cat. Rings. Fuck Rings. Jeez. That was a bad weekend to begin with. But on top of everything, God, that was such a piss-poor horror movie. I didn't like the original Ring movie. Ring 2 I thought was hilarious and was supposed to be. And not only that, but they decided to do a third film whenever Ring 2 I think came out.
It was underwhelming at the box office.
10 years ago? It's been a long time since Ring 2
originally. It was underwhelming at the box office.
Well, it's a horror movie, so how much money you're gonna spend on a horror movie? Yeah, Ring 2 came out in 2005. It's been 12 years.
Holy shit!
Yeah, and I feel old.
Yeah, when we graduated high school.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because
we were just fresh out of high school.
Yeah, because I think we rented it one weekend because we were like, let's watch it, because I was actually kind of curious by trailers, and it's like, and I would say with Ring 2, it wasn't great, but it was a decent idea, just poor execution. And I did laugh a lot throughout the movie. But at least Ring 2 was hilarious. Rings was
unnecessary.
It didn't add anything to the mythos. It didn't...
Just exploring more of Samara?
Yes, Samara.
Samara's, backstory, how she came to be.
In a way, but it didn't... Again,
it doesn't explain, her, demonic nature.
She's just evil.
Yeah, it's
yeah, I would rail on, but we bitched and moaned
about implying she's born evil.
Yeah.
Or something.
To be fair, it's that's the thing. I don't mind, just having a character evil. Freddy Krueger, he's evil. Jason Voorhees has a bit of a backstory, but that's it. The Cenobites, they're not necessarily evil. In fact,
Well-
they're technically angels.
Well, Freddy Krueger has a little bit of a backstory.
Yeah, but his backstory kept getting more and more convoluted. But like the third movie, which I still would contend is probably the best, Dream Warriors, they explored some of it, and it actually was really good when they explored it, but it wasn't a mass majority of the movie.
Yeah,
Rings, this is all the movie, is Samara's backstory, and it's really not fucking needed. Not only that, but
unraveling the mystery of her backstory.
and not only that, but it raised so many problems and just dug up 28,000 plot holes. And then I guess decided to pull in Vincent D'Onofrio. It was kind of neat and did good.
Wasted.
Yeah.
Vincent D'Onofrio.
But he didn't do shit to the movie because he just shows up near the end of the film.
I mean, he's only real highlight of that film, and
That's not saying
even then
much.
he's an evil bastard. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, and just by the end of it all, you feel depressed, you feel sad, and the movie just sucks. And that's just the best thing I can say about Rings 2, Rings. It's not fucking good in the slightest. There's nothing redeemable about the movie. There's not even you wouldn't even want to watch it for Vincent D'Onofrio. He's in for maybe 6 minutes. If that. And that's stretching his scenes, and he's not worth it. I think this was like an hour and 40-minute long movie, and it felt every minute of its length, too. Like, I remember watching just like, oh my god, this fucking movie go on?
I remember one guy in our theater was asleep.
Yeah, he passed the fuck out.
And he was just like, laying in those recliners, reclining seats.
I was tempted to join it, but I'm like, no, I have to review this eventually, so I have to stay awake during it. Come on, movie, finish. So,
Damn it.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Fuck Rings. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot more venomous fucks coming out soon. But
Yeah, to let you know, Rings is on my list. It's further down or up or whatever.
yeah. So, what about your
Number 7. We have already discussed this somewhat. Justice League.
It was a lot lower on mine, obviously, so. Of course, I saw a lot more bullshit, so. It almost got bumped off mine. Well, I'm like, no, you still have to be on the list, Justice League. Sorry, fuck you.
I mean, I did like...
Elements.
Yeah, I like The Flash. And I, kind of like the idea of, this kind of almost epic team up. That's what they're trying to build to. And I like that they were trying to improve on the universe that they've created, trying to, get more faithful to the characters. But it's almost like too little too late.
Well, not only that, but if you wanted to see an epic team up,
Avengers.
yeah, Avengers.
Avengers
2.
Marvel did it way better.
Civil War.
And I'm more
Thor
like
Ragnarok.
a DC fan, with Superman and Wonder Woman. It's like,
Yeah.
But
And then that's the thing, like, I know fuck you, DC fans, sorry. I only say that because they are the most spoiled, stupid bastards I've ever seen. People only say that because they like Marvel, because they like silly, stupid shit. Oh. Okay,
I beg to differ.
here's the thing.
I'm different.
No, we want consistent acting, consistent, story, consistent characters. We want good characters. Like, why did we not give a shit about, half of the stuff happening in Man of Steel? Because it didn't ring true to a good character.
Jonathan Kent dying because of his own freaking stupidity.
Yeah, like, if we're going to watch a good Superman movie, Superman 2, more importantly, Richard Donner cut, but not that Superman 2 original cut was terrible, just, you watch Richard Donner cut, you realize it is so much of a different movie.
I would say Richard Donner cut makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah.
Didn't have the...
Something else. The fuck's that shit?
It's like, it slowed you down, didn't it?
It's a minor inconvenience. Hell, watch any of the DC animated movies. Like, the Superman Doomsday thing was not, as true to the original comic books.
Yeah, but it was well done.
Yeah, I still like the character of Superman. It helps that the guy they have done Superman's voice, he always makes me think of Superman.
Well, it's Adam Baldwin.
I don't think he did in Superman. Did he do it in Superman? I don't know. The guy who was in the original Justice League show, he was actually really fantastic.
I was at one loyalist too from The Patriot.
Yeah, I can't remember his name. It's gonna bug me.
Adam Baldwin. Or we're talking about the character's name from The Patriot.
Sure was Adam Baldwin? I'm dumb. Okay. But, well, who? Yeah, it is Adam Baldwin. It's a Baldwin. Did he do all the Earth Superman movies?
I'm not 100% sure. I just know he did Superman Doomsday because I own it.
Yeah. I don't know. He did Codename Steam. That was cool. I don't know. He did Parasite. Sorry, I'm going through IMDb. Oh, well. Yeah, we want DC to be good because that's the thing. I think if you have two products that are fantastic, they will constantly clash against each other in pleasurable and good ways for us, the viewing audience. Because that means, hey, Marvel's like, hey, we got to put out a great, fantastic movie that's better than that movie. So let's up the ante. Let's increase it and everything. They keep pushing each other. That's the reason why I like there to be multiple different companies and not just one glob of a company. Because if one company just does fantastic, like, and the other companies do shit, then that company doesn't feel like it needs to up the ante or do better. Thankfully, Disney is not complacent, as from what we have seen from what they've done with Marvel. But I fear if they start to go down that road. I want good or Disney movies or DC movies.
Yeah, pretty much Marvel is trying to top themselves. That's their only competition is themselves.
Yeah. Like, people are like, oh, Wonder Woman was fantastic. It's like, I keep saying Wonder Woman was good, but whenever you have Man of Steel, Superman vs. Batman, Suicide Squad, Justice League, 5 movies, 4 out of 5 were at best pieces of crap, and at worst, rape my childhood. I mean, you don't have a good formula there, or you don't have a consistent film series there. Hell, look at the latest fucking DC movies. Jonah Hex was a mess. It's a train wreck, and it's like an hour long, so it's actually kind of a quick and breezy watch.
Only good thing you can say about it.
Yeah, I can say it. It's like, I don't know what the fuck you're watching, but you're watching something that's fast. And you're like, well, that's over at least. Green Lantern had so many fucking problems. Dark Knight Rises was the worst of the entire series and just seemed to forget what the fuck we were supposed to be doing because Christopher Nolan has gotten up his own ass. Thanks. And I mean, the best Superman movie that has come out, it's been over 30 years. Do y'all realize that? We haven't had a good Superman movie in 3 decades. What the fuck am I missing here? That's the reason why, like, people are like, oh, well, Aquaman's gonna be best, gotta kill all this. Like, Aquaman cannot be that great of a movie because we have Jason Momoa being Aquaman. He may look the part, but he can't act the part. If you watch Justice League, he was kind of terrible. He can do some deets and goofy parts, but his actual acting, to ask him to do any motions other than smug bastard, no, he can't seem to do it. So, I don't know. I want there to be a good DC.
Maybe in real life he's a smug frat boy type.
Yeah, maybe he is.
That's all he can do. Who knows?
Well, like, I want there to be good DC movies. I want there to be maybe we could have a Superman Batman series, sort of like there was from the comic books. If y'all want to know, one of my favorite comic books throughout the 2000s was a Superman Batman series that I think lasted about 80 issues till DC did the new 52, because they were really well written, really well drawn for the most part. Hell, there was one bit where Clark was in Power Girl's body and Bruce was in the Huntress's body. In a way, I want to say, because at the beginning they were like, Clark? He went, Bruce? And it was just kind of cool watching them still kick ass as both these characters. And then it's just, oh, it's just a dream. But that issue was just a one-shot standalone thing. It was really fucking good. Really well written. Really well drawn and everything. I want good DC movies, but if they're just gonna keep shoveling out bullshit, I don't.
Edgy.
Yeah, don't. Just be true to your characters. That's what I want.
Yes.
Hell, y'all want to know the truth? Honestly, I wouldn't care if y'all even made Batman black. Huh? Make Superman Asian. I don't give a shit. Just make the characters right. That's all I want. I want a Superman who smiles.
As they stay true to the heart of the characters.
Yeah.
That's all that we're asking for. I don't think that's much to ask for.
Yeah. It wouldn't bug me any, but it's like, just please. Some more you want to say about Justice League?
Well, one other thing I was going to say about DC and Marvel. DC is trying so hard to compete with Marvel, like trying to copy them, but at the same time just copying badly.
Yeah.
It's like they're copying on the paper. It's like, what, is that a B or a D? Okay, I guess I'll go with B.
Yeah, they're copying the wrong answers.
Yeah, it's like, okay, it's like we're not even on the same page. Yeah, it's like just trying to copy Marvel and doing it badly. It's like, if you're gonna copy, do it right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, I'd rather y'all kind of, like, do your own thing and do it right, but it's like, if you're gonna copy.
Hell, they can't do that because, I mean, Suicide Squad was supposed to be their Guardians of the Galaxy. Mm-hmm. And that shows you something, that Suicide Squad is still a forgettable mess in a film. It still has a villain that makes Ronan look like a memorable, super awesome villain. Well, I will say, if you watch Guardians of the Galaxy again, you'll realize that Ronan, he's still not a great villain, just because he's so underdeveloped. But he's still intimidating as hell.
I would say you don't give a shit because you're just too busy watching the characters and and Groot.
Yeah, Groot being adorable, being awesome and funny. Mm-hmm. I was actually talking about Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one.
I know.
Yeah.
Groot's cool. Groot is cool.
Mm-hmm. Right, Groot.
Yeah, he's fine. I did good, right?
So, any more you want to say about the League of the Justice?
I was going somewhere with this.
You're talking about them copying.
Yeah, DC and Marvel. Yeah, I was like, give fans choices. I mean, Marvel is so clearly superior when it comes to the movies. I can't say anything about the comic books. I don't really read them.
I haven't read them in a while.
Yeah. But, like, Marvel's so clearly superior. It's like, okay, how about, DC just kind of giving Marvel a run for their money and kind of make it hard. It's like, okay, well, do I like Marvel better? Do I like DC? It's like, well, that's kind of hard to decide, It's like, kind of give us those options. Make it hard for us. It's like I want to be able to enjoy going to a DC movie. Especially if it's a Superman movie.
You don't want to be sitting there going, oh God, what's this going to be? Oh.
I'm glad I was able to enjoy the Wonder Woman movie. Wasn't as terrible as I was dreading it was going to be. It's like,
Phil still sucks ass.
Yeah, it was kind of a weak spot, but still, it's like Wonder Woman, like, actually being badass and, like, actually, for the most part, being true to who this character is. Like, oh my God, they all actually got that right. Now, if y'all would only, like, go back and, like, okay, can we fix, like, Superman, Batman?
Of course, if you look at Wonder Woman, though, here's an issue. It's a retread of a Marvel film. In a lot of ways, it's kind of a retread of Captain America, the first Avenger, in a lot of ways.
Yeah, very, very true.
Because there's a big uber Nazi-like guy, even though there's not Nazis in World War One technically. But still, he's just evil for evil's sake, who gets powered up, and one of them has to go defeat him. Somebody pointed that out and was like, holy shit, you actually got a point. I still like Wonder Woman, just, I will admit, it's like, yeah, there's a lot of similarities between it and Captain America, but where its similarities are in high points. It's not so much like the dialogue and all that. I still love the Captain America movie. I can't help it. I'm a Captain America fanboy. It's like, as long as you do Captain America right, which I did, and you throw in enough decent explosions, you'll make me a happy boy. But I can admit, whenever a movie's, piss poor is an adaptation of a character. Yeah.
I think DC's problem is that they try so hard to be modern and edgy and trying to, give, audiences, what they think they want. It's like...
They want to give their hardcore fans the movie they think that the hardcore fans want. But at the same time, not the producers, but the executive is behind, the cutting, that'll lead the editors and all that, want to give, a film that will be, palatable to people who, want to watch a movie. Which, that's the problem. Like, in Marvel movies, there's a lot of nods and stuff like that to stuff in the comic books, but without those, a non-comic book, hardcore Marvel reader gets it and enjoys it.
I would say it's not necessary to, get those references to be able to enjoy the damn movie.
Yeah. But in
DC is more for the fanboys, but at the same time, it's not, because you're just totally fucking over the characters.
Or, with Justice League. I didn't know who the fuck Steppenwolf was for a while, and I was like, oh yeah, he's the guy from... But
yeah, I was because I have a bunch of cards with the trading cards with the new gods. It's like, oh yeah, I think I vaguely remember him. It's like,
yeah, oh.
Hall's Bella to Darkseid, supposedly. It's and you send his minion.
Yeah.
And rather than having that be the warm-up, for the next movie, you're moving on to some other... It's like, what the fuck?
No, we're not moving to one villain. We're moving to multiple villains. I could understand if we had more of a build-up to a universe. And that's the thing. It's this feels like it wants to copy Marvel's universe, but it's doing it so piecemeal.
Why couldn't Green Lantern be in Justice League? You said it the whole... It's okay, they obviously exist in this universe. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, Gremlin.
I was that was something fell.
Yeah, it was probably something in my window. If there's a guy out there playing with a boombox, I'll just be like, sorry, wrong house, man.
Wrong window.
Yeah. Shit. Second time this week.
Damn, we've gone on and on about Justice League.
To be fair, it's a thing. It's a disappointing movie. There's so much that could be done right, which is why we will have a special eventually talking about all this.
There's stuff that I enjoyed about it, but it's y'all still...
There's still so much bad that it outweighs any enjoyment you can have.
Still so much room for improvement. It's you're getting closer.
At least we can say that. We see that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and they could improve upon it. Just that light is so far fucking away, it feels like.
Yeah, they just gotta keep up that momentum and just, get back.
Quit taking so many steps back.
Yes.
Oh.
What's your number 6?
6 I saw with my friend Cindy. She's a big horror movie buff. And even she was like, about the movie. That's Wish Upon. Oh, dear God. Fucking horror movies this year. Jigsaw original was on my list. It got knocked off thanks to The House. Wish Upon just didn't understand how to make, original enough of a, film. So, Wish Upon decided, it's like, alright, well, we're just going to make as generic of a horror film as you could think. And it's pretty much Final Destination with, Asian culture-ish in a way. And it's as forgettable as you could think of. And it's very fucking bad. Especially considering this stupid teenager makes the worst wishes in the world. Like I said, wishing, I wish I could, win a $1 billion lottery. That'd be kind of cool. You know, oh, well, this happens. No, nothing happens. And it's just, it's fucking bad. It's not even worth it to go watch it because there's like some funny bits that you would laugh at that are so terrible. Except the end when the girl just gets waylaid by a fucking car. That was pretty hilarious. Just, fuck it. I wish I could talk more about it. I don't want to. One, my battery's about to die. We're going to have to probably cut this video in half. Sorry, y'all. Yeah. But, the second of all is just...
So much anger towards Justice League.
Mm-hmm. And Wish Upon's just not worthy of my anger at this point. It still fucking sucks. Yeah, fuck Wish Upon. I wish upon this movie did not exist. But what about you and numero 6?
Numero 6?
Yeah, numero 6.
My number 6 is Dunkirk.
More I've thought about that movie, more I probably could have put it or should have put it on this list. Because, wow, is it not good?
It's not that it's bad, it's just boring.
Well, I thought about it a lot more. There is incredibly well done cinematography in essence, in practice. Like, there would be some great shots until you're a person like me who has fucking read about Dunkirk, who is a big World War II buff, so I know a lot about this bullshit. Hell, who has seen pictures and all that of everything that's happened throughout this. And it feels so sparse. Like, throughout the entirety of Dunkirk, it felt sparse. It felt cheap, strangely enough. Because you see, like, maybe 150 guys. Like, I've shown you the long, uncut shot in Atonement, right?
I don't believe so.
Okay. I think I touched upon this in our review, but in Atonement, there is actually this just fantastic, uncut, just constantly following James McAvoy and these two other soldiers throughout all of, this one part of Dunkirk. And you see guys who are just desperate, guys who are broken, guys who are trying to sing to keep their spirits up, guys who are doing their fucking job and having to kill the horses to keep the Germans from having them and breaking tanks and
why'd you tell me that about the horses?
Yes, it's a legitimately tearing scene. Like, and only that, there's just great musical bits throughout, and you're like, God, these guys, how are they going to make it? And if you know about the story of Dunkirk, you do know how they make it. That's what I thought this movie was going to be. It was going to be, really focusing on pretty much that area. Instead, you see about 100 dudes who are sitting there waiting on the line. Stuff sort of happens, and that's it. The soundtrack...
It's edited poorly.
Yeah.
I will say that. It's like... It's boring and it's edited really badly. It's like, okay, did this happen like 5 days ago or 5 minutes ago? What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, it's because fucking Christopher Nolan is, as we've explained with Dark Knight Rises and him going up his own ass, he's up his own ass deeply here because he wants to fucking talk about all this other shit. Wants to show this, that. And people are like, well, that shows the drama and everything, but it does, you don't feel that drama because you know what's happening thanks to the air dog or the dogfight that's going on. It kind of kills the tension.
Yeah, you see something happening later, you see it again in the film. It's like, well, it's like kind of takes the tension out of it, and
yeah. So
then just seeing them like wait on the beach, like, okay, I feel no urgency really. I mean, it's like, yeah, the enemies are coming, but it's like
you don't see them. You don't hear, but a few planes or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like, go ahead.
I was gonna say, it's like there are some movies, like even if or even TV shows, the villain isn't there, but like you feel their presence nonetheless. And Dunkirk just couldn't manage to do that.
What?
Well, it's just. Well,
I was just gonna say what they could have done, because they had to have all this stuff about dogfighting and stuff like that. And it's like, I'll admit, it's like some of that was decent, but it just was so shallow. Is the best way to put it. It felt pointless, really, to it all. you could have had anti-aircraft guns throughout it. Every now and then, maybe them training around, or maybe just guys looking up. You could have a quiet, slow motion scene, guys point up, and you sit there just cranking the gun. Don't see a plane that they're shooting at, anything like that. It's artistic, and it actually could, put in some drama there. Hell, why didn't we... If we're gonna make a fucking war movie, especially a movie that's supposed to be about the story of these guys and just or about, the survival of the British Army. First of all, it didn't feel like it was the British Army, it felt like a British company. It's like, here, it's these 12 dudes we happen to throw across the pond. Let's get them back now. But because of that, I just realized my cord's ripped. Sorry. My ADD kicks in a lot.
You think?
But you don't care. That's the thing, I think, by it all. By the end of this entire film, you're out of shits to give. Because you don't know any of these characters. Hell, half of them don't have names. Like, what's Tom Hardy's character's name?
Tom Hardy's character.
Yeah.
It's...
Hell, I couldn't tell you the guy who, Scarecrow from Dark Knight, or Batman Begins.
Cillian Murphy.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you his character's name immediately after we saw the movie. I don't remember it even being said. I know one guy's name was George because he said it 38,000 times. He's like, get here, George,
go get this, George. Come here, George. And like, okay, we get it. His name is George. Mm-hmm. Well, I couldn't even really care that much when he died.
Yeah, and that's the thing, and people are like, well, this is... It's like, but here's the thing. All the cinematography feels pointless whenever I have no emotional investment to these characters. Not only that, but again, this doesn't feel very epic. It doesn't feel like a real war movie. Hell, Hurt Locker. Like, if I show it to you, like, there are parts where Hurt Locker, you'll see me, I'm sitting there doing this, even though there's 3 dudes, and that's it, but I'm sitting there just like, please do it, please do it.
Yeah, from the trailers, I didn't really expect this movie to be, like, violent or graphic or anything like that. Mm-hmm. I more expected it to be dramatic, like, okay, I'm probably going to be tearing up a little bit by the end. It's like, okay, it's like, I kind of don't want to cry. It's like, please don't make me cry. I think that's kind of why I was, like, dreading seeing it. Also, I don't really care that much about World War II. I mean, there's some certain things that are interesting, but
yeah, you don't care.
It's like, well, I got my wish. I didn't care. I didn't cry.
Yeah.
It's like, I didn't care about anyone.
But yeah, that's the thing. It's like I could redo this movie, and I could give y'all a good Dunkirk movie. Like, I was worried when I saw the movie was an hour and 40 minutes long. I'm like, oh, well, how's this movie going to work as an hour and 40 minutes long? Yeah. Oh, because it's actually only about a 20-minute long movie that got separated in 40,000 pieces.
Yeah.
And honestly, as one reviewer I've seen had talked about it, this movie could work if Christopher Nolan did the main thing, and that was not choose style over substance. And they said that's the thing with this movie. This is a very stylistic movie, but you already have a sweeping, epic war story plopped in your lap. It's like if you did a fucking D-Day movie. I have one better for you. It's like if you decided to do a Guadalcanal movie and you decided to focus on a dude on a boat for 30 minutes. Fuck you, Terrence Malick. That's a thin red line pretty much for you. That movie is nothing going on throughout all of it. Or hell, if you did an Iwo Jima movie and you decided to focus solely on the one guy who happened to be one of the flag raisers and focus on him crying throughout the entire movie. Thanks, Flags of Our Fathers. And Letters from Iwo Jima was a much better film. Strange to see the same director do almost the same movie. It's like I was saying, it's like doing a D-Day movie, but you're focusing on this one French village and just these people talking. You're missing the thing. It's not just subversion of what you're expecting, but it's straight up ignoring history and ignoring an interesting tale. Excuse me. Sorry, y'all. I had a little belch there. I was trying to say something. You can't go through and make a World War II movie that is just bland like that. Sorry, something's on my lip.
Yeah, I will say, I think I cheered a little bit when everybody was finally able to, get on the boats and go home.
Mm-hmm.
But that's really only because, like...
The movie's done.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, it's like, we're almost over.
Sweet.
Like, let's wrap this shit up. I was like, that's only a little, like, yay.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm not careless.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay.
Oh, well, I think I'm actually going to go ahead and split this in half. And I'm actually going to have a good half. We'll finish this up here just a little bit. Going to let the battery charge because it's a little low, I can see.
Yeah.
And we'll give you the top 5. And it doesn't get better here from here, folks. There's a lot more
Spoiler,
anger.
expect more anger.
Uh-huh. Well, hell, you've seen as much I could throw at Dunkirk. Though, sadly enough, I will let y'all know Dunkirk is not on my list. Just because I saw that much shit. So, yeah. See y'all here in just a few minutes. We'll probably still be wearing the same stuff, so... that's not top for now.